some of the election stuff. Trump right now is leading in the polls, so let's see how that's going for him. All right.
Former President Donald Trump is taking aim at fellow GOP presidential candidate Governor Ron DeSantis.
Hang on a second, guys. Sorry. All right, there we go.
In a series of clips posted to his Truth Social account over the weekend, Trump called DeSantis disloyal while criticizing the governor over Florida's housing and insurance crisis. This comes as only 6 GOP candidates running so far have met the Republican National Committee's polling and fundraising threshold to participate.
You notice Mike Pence didn't make it. Poor Mike Pence. They tried to hang him and he didn't even make the debate.
Jeez, poor guy. But also, I mean, it would be super interesting to watch him in a debate essentially against Trump, whom he was working with. Seriously, I would watch that with popcorn all day long.
He'd just sit there and talk about how great Trump is. He's such a wuss.
Debate next month, that's according to Politico's
tracking.
For more on this, CBS News political director Finn Gomez joins me now from Washington. Finn, good to see you.
Hi, Jerika. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, so Trump continues to dominate over the other GOP candidates. New Fox Business polling has the former president way ahead in both Iowa and South Carolina. Why are the other candidates having such a hard time catching up to Trump, especially given they're spending so much time and, of course, money campaigning?
In that poll that you cited, Jerika, he's up by 30 points in that Fox Business News poll, above his closest contender and rival, Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor. But essentially, it's because he's been running. It's for two reasons. One, because essentially the headlines that he's generating because of the Trump investigations, which has only caused his profile to go up. But he's also there's been this confluence of events that have been happening while he gets this focus from this investigations. You've also seen his support go up from the base because more the majority.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because so here's the deal. So for those of you who didn't hear, and we're not going to do a clip on it, but I just think it's funny. So he got indicted in New York for the Stormy Daniels thing, for the hush money payment, because that was a campaign finance issue, right? He got tagged in federal court in Miami for the stolen documents, the top secret documents, right? Now, they've got, on that case, they just sent another indictment, a superseding indictment, adding 4 new charges to whatever the previous 30 whatever were. And those 4 new charges, he had one of his guys, I guess was the maintenance guy, try and delete the tape of him handling the documents. So now it's an obstruction of justice on top of the fact. So not that it matters, because if he gets indicted on any of the 30 counts, he's looking at life. He's going to die in prison kind of thing, right? Or house arrest or whatever it is they decide to do. But the thing about it is the obstruction, if you're an attorney, is great because it shows not only did they know they were doing it, that after we subpoenaed them for evidence, they tried to destroy it because they knew what they were doing was wrong. So it shows intent. So he's really screwed. So there's that. They still are waiting, or pretty soon they're going to indict him on the January 6th stuff for potentially sedition, inciting a crowd, all that stuff, right? Trying to overturn an election, which are the bigger charges. Because, I mean, we're talking closer to treason. Because he did try to overthrow the government. I mean, it was a lame attempt, but they did cause a lot of damage. So there's that, and they still haven't indicted him yet in Georgia. They were going to probably do it either this month or next month, August or September of this year, 2023, for him calling and trying to interfere with the election in Georgia. And they had that whole thing on tape, all those phone calls. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know that he'll ever see jail. He'll probably just spend his whole life in and out of court for the rest of his life, having all of his criminal charges read to him until he just dies. He'll probably just die on the stand. I mean,
Yeah, quite frankly, I just see this all being drug out so far that it never wraps up. You know what I mean? I feel like this could just literally get drug out forever.
well, and right now his attorneys are basically what he's trying to do is he's hoping he can drag all this out past the election next year, because his hope is he wins the election, right, and then he could just all this will go away, right, because he'll be president and he can just sort of wave a wand.
Well, and the truth of the matter is, I hate to say it, but he wouldn't be wrong. Like, you know, he
No,
goes
not
and wins the
necessarily.
election and everything. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in the fact that if he were president, anybody would go after him.
Yeah, I mean it's unprecedented territory. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, it's all craziness right now. And the thing about it is he could be in prison next year and still win the primary, and if Biden would be running against Trump, and Trump could be in jail. And he'll still get he'll still get a majority of the Republican vote.
That's so crazy to think of. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but jeez.
Yeah, I don't think
for that guy in jail. You know?
Yeah, well, his supporters are never going to leave him, but it just shows you how kind of crazy the base is. But yeah, it's just crazy stuff. But right now he's leading. It looks like it's going to be him and Biden again.
I mean, what planet are we on that if I have to root for a Republican, I'm like, come on, DeSantis, take down Trump? Like, what is happening that, like, I'm having thoughts like this?
No, they're all horrible.
They are all horrible. It's just like, gosh, another Trump anything feels like too much for me. Like, all the other evils feel like an evil I would rather deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that Trump's going to win, though. I mean, they've pushed away so much of the moderates, the uninformed voters, right, as we call them, that I think it's kind of over. I mean, most uninformed voters, oh, wait, the guy's been indicted how many times? Most people know he's been indicted. So they're less likely to want to.
Even if you don't know
anything else
about the details, most people are aware at least of that part of it.
Yeah, that he's a criminal.